This would make his first cousin a major target, and if you're unfamiliar, this would be CMG artist Big Nuski. Now mind you, Nuski had nothing to do with Dolph's passing, but because he was first cousins with Straight Drop, somehow this made him a target. January 28th, 2022. It's an exciting day for Nuski and his cousin and fellow rapper named Big 30 as they're set to perform at their former high school. Well, Nuski and Big 30 pull up to the school, perform in front of the students, and it's a good old time. The students go crazy and the rappers feel like kings. It's all good vibes all around. So after performing at their old high school, the rappers decide to head back to their old hood. Well, actually, Big 30 heads off, but Nuski, he heads back to his old New Horizon River apartments. This is where he kicks it for hours with the homies, shooting dice, you know, the whole 9 yards. Well, eventually, word gets around on social media that Nuski's back in the hood. Unfortunately, this is bad news, as the Slide for Dolph steppers are starting to get hungry. 7 p.m. While Nuski is posted up in front of the apartments, a silver Kia creeps up front. Then out of nowhere, 2 men in masks hop out with choppers and start airing out the apartments. Sadly, Nuski doesn't make it. This was a tragic loss for Gotti, but more importantly for Moneybagg Yo and Big 30. Nuski was Moneybagg's protege, and for Big 30, well, Nuski was his idol and big cousin.
Yeah, I got a best friend. He passed away though. Shit, he was a good person. He was how he carried himself, things he doing, shit, you know what I'm saying? What he meant to his city, like, what he meant to everybody. We was just smiling and shit. I had a show at school for the kids and shit. He stayed smiling and shit. He stayed smiling and that nigga proud, let a nigga know he proud of me and shit. Shit, one of my homies had called me from the hood and just let me know, like hell no, I just left him, like, ain't no way. I know where he just supposed to went, like, what you mean? First thing they say he was dead, they say he just got shot. You know what I'm saying? So I fly straight to the hood. You know what I'm saying? On the way to the hood, I'm getting off on exit 24, Mill Branch Road. They called me and pronounced like confirmed, like he gone. Like he walked in the hospital and collapsed type shit.
The tragic loss devastated everyone close to Nuski, and it only elevated the war in Memphis. Like really, you targeted Nuski when he had nothing to do with Dolph's passing, and only because he was Straight Drop's cousin? That's out of bounds. But the people sliding for Dolph sadly did not care, and this would not be the end of it. You'd think that after eliminating D-Money and Nuski that the sliding for Dolph would chill out, like we get the message. But unfortunately, as you'll see, enough would never be enough. And that reintroduces us to the notorious North Memphis gang known as Trula Mafia. If you can recall, allegedly, Straight Drop and Cornelius were known members of the Trula Mafia. So given this, regardless of the fact that Trula and Dolph never really had beef, because of, you know, Straight Drop and Cornelius's involvement, well, they were on the list for revenge as well. Sliding for Dolph also meant sliding on Trula Mafia, and in particular, one man was a target. This would be a man named Joshua Taylor, commonly known as CEO Teezy. Teezy was known in Memphis as a top-ranking Trula Mafia member, and he was known to Memphis police as a person of interest in the slaying of young Dolph. Why? Well, police believe that he played a key role in orchestrating the hit, like finding where Dolph was and then getting the guys there to go get him. Well, given the fact that everyone knew this, you'd think that he and his homies would want to get the hell out of Memphis. Cause the way people have been sliding for Dolph, you are definitely next in line. However, Teezy and his homies felt invincible, cause I suppose in nearly 2 years since Dolph's passing, none of them were touched in revenge. In fact, Teezy's right-hand man named CEO Jizzle, well, he would do an interview on June 10th, 2023, bragging that his side does not take losses like the other side in Memphis.
Double out, we don't take deaths. We don't do that at all. We don't die. Like everybody else, I ain't sugarcoat shit. Everybody else going straight from violent death. We ain't doing that.
The cocky attitude definitely pissing people off on Dolph's side. How I know this? Well, that fast forwards us just 3 days, June 13th, 2023. It's a late Tuesday night in Memphis, and CEO Teezy is driving home from a female's house across town. He gets home around 2 a.m., parks down the street from his house on Bunton Street, and begins walking home. Little does he know, a masked hitman is hiding behind a tree in front of his house. So as Teezy is walking towards his house, the man behind the tree is just waiting for the perfect opportunity. And as soon as he gets close, the man jumps out and pew! With a silencer, he knocks down Teezy without making a noise. And sadly, because of this, nobody would be alerted and CEO Teezy's body would be discovered the next day.
Told by Memphis police that a high-profile gang member was killed in a shooting in Orange Mound this afternoon. This is according to family members who tell us Joshua Taylor was named a person of interest in the young Dolph murder case back in February of 2022. Officers say the shooting happened at Spotswood Avenue near Bunton Street. Police received a call about a body found around 1 p.m. this afternoon. A short time later, Police Chief C.J. Davis made the scene. Neighbors telling us they think the victim was actually shot last night. Police are telling us the investigation is still ongoing. We'll keep you posted.
This was a major loss in Memphis, because as they said, the CEOs were not taking losses like that. But most importantly, this marked yet another slaying as retaliation for Dolph. Back-to-back-to-back losses. This was getting out of control, and the craziest part is that just 60 days later, another would come. This time targeting a family member of somebody who was responsible for the start of this beef way back in the day. This would be the brother of rapper Black Youngsta named Tomanuel Benson. From what we know, yes, Tomanuel's in the streets, but he had nothing to do with Dolph's passing. So why is he a target? Well, if you can remember, Black Youngsta was the first person to publicly threaten Dolph and walk through his hood with Blake's. So I guess they never got rid of their vendetta, and because Black Youngsta was now way out of Memphis, they wanted to get the closest person to him. This seems ridiculous, but as we know, Get Back for Dolph has no limits. August 18th, 2023. It's a hot Friday afternoon in South Memphis, and Black Youngsta's brother is filling up at the BP gas station. He thinks it's a summer day like any other, but little does he know a man named Randy Ewing is out looking for him. So while he's pumping gas not paying attention, Randy comes around the corner and lights him up. Bam! Thankfully, Randy misses 19 of his 20 shots, but the one shot that did land would claim Tomanuel's life.
A Memphis man wanted for murder is finally behind bars tonight after being captured by U.S. Marshals. 28-year-old Randy Ewing was taken into custody in Parkway Village last night after he was spotted by U.S. Marshals and the MPD fugitive team in the area of Crichton Avenue. He was wanted on second-degree murder charges for the shooting in August of Tomanuel Benson, the brother of Memphis rapper Black Youngsta.
This was obviously tragic for Black Youngsta and the whole CMG side. However, we're still yet to know what exactly this was about. Either way, Randy was caught on camera doing this, so he's probably away for life. But it is Memphis and we never know what can happen. However, regardless of what the motive was, this was pretty much the nail in the coffin for the other side. I mean, back-to-back-to-back-to-back losses. Not to mention that since Dolph's passing, there have been over 1,100 murders in Memphis, so safe to assume that some other ones had something to do with it.